Getting your first few gigs can really be a challenge, so here are some tips that will help. Make sure you stick all the way to the end because the tips get better throughout the video. I remember when I was first starting, trying to get gigs, I saw all these musicians around me and they were getting so many gigs and I just wasn't getting any and I couldn't work out why. After speaking to a lot of musicians and even to the pubs themselves, I found out a lot of these musicians were actually, they got some cards made, some business cards made, and they got them printed off Vistaprint straight to their front door, 250 cards, and yeah, they were handing them into the pubs after every single open mic night they played. Now when I first started out, I was playing sort of 3 open mic nights a week. So the first thing I did as soon as I found this out was get the business cards made, still go to all the same open mics I was going to, but handing in cards every single time saying, "Hi, my name's Will Taylor, I'd really like to play a gig, you've just seen my stuff, like everyone seemed to enjoy it, I really enjoy playing it, I'd love to play in your pub." In my experience, this is the pub's favourite way for you to get a gig because they can literally see you play live in front of them. They'll get a taster of what you're going to be like for the gig. They also get to see their audience responses to your music. This is really important as well because if you're playing a style of music that really doesn't fit the pub, or the audience in the pub, the regulars really don't like that style of music, you just won't go down well and the pub won't enjoy booking you again or will never book you again, not because you did anything wrong, but just because it wasn't the right fit for their business. You've got to think, some of these pubs have been around 30 to 50 years and they don't want to risk their reputation with their locals and with their regulars over just putting on one musician. It wouldn't make sense to them, and you've got to understand that. Quick tip number 1. I can't stress enough how important going to open mic nights are. They're like the lifeblood of any musician that needs to start. You can get all the confidence you need and prove to yourself that you are able to do it. You can also see how other people react to your music and tailor your set accordingly. If you don't have any open mic nights near your area, fear not, you can still get gigs. Despite the pubs in your area not having open mic nights, they might still put on live music in the evenings. It's worth asking. Go into these pubs, ask if they put on live music. If it's not already online, then says, "Hey, come and see our live music on this Saturday night." Like, go in, ask them if they do live music. If they say yes, you say, "Great, here's my card. I play this genre of music. Would you be interested in booking me?" Now, some pubs might be hesitant at this, some pubs might jump straight for it. You'll sort of see, the more you do, the more you'll find out how that goes. In a lot of cases, they'll say, "What genre of music do you do and how much do you charge?" Quick tip, in the UK, never charge less than £100 for 2 hours. Seems to be the absolute minimum that all musicians charge in every single area. I've played in a lot of areas across the UK, from East Sussex, West Sussex, all the way over to Cornwall and Devon, London, even done a few in Wales. Seems to be the minimum everywhere. I wouldn't charge more than about 300 as a solo musician for 2 hours. But hey, if you think you're better than everyone else, charge more. See, like, what's the worst the pub's gonna say, no? If the pubs are not so quick to ask you information and like trying to hire you, bring your instrument with you. Maybe if you just leave it in the car or just have it with a friend outside or something, you can then offer to play them songs there on the spot that they can review and see if you'll fit in their pub. This is a very ballsy, confident move by you and will probably put the pub on the back foot. They might say no, and it might just push them over the edge, so they might decide to hire you there and then. If they do say that they want to listen to you, great, like, play out your most popular, well-known songs. This is not the time to be playing your latest musical trick or like your latest song that you've just written that you're really happy with. Pubs probably won't appreciate that, and if it's something complicated musically, they probably won't resonate with it as much. You want to play a well-known banger, basically. Wonderwall by Oasis is a really good example of this. 4 chords, really simple, everyone knows the words. You can't go wrong with Oasis, pubs love it. Another good example would be Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, but that's a little more complicated to play. Pubs generally are looking for well-known, upbeat songs, so don't do a full set of just sad, self-indulgent music. People have gone to the pub to have a good evening, they've probably had a stressful week at work, they're there to relax, so make it light, make it a good time, and I'm sure you'll get lots of rebookings and initial bookings. If you found value in this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, it really helps me out. I've been growing like crazy recently. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Goodbye!